Breaking news from Italy. AC Milan have officially stepped into talks to sign Manchester United striker Joshua Zirkzee. The Serie A giants want to be kept informed if the Dutch forward becomes available for a loan move in January, and Zirkzee himself is pushing for more game time ahead of the 2026 World Cup. This story is developing fast, and it could have huge implications for both Zirkzee and United's attack under Rúben Amorim. Welcome back to the channel. Everyone make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the full story. Joshua Zirkzee joined Manchester United as part of the club's long-term attacking rebuild, but with Benjamin Šeško leading the line and Rúben Amorim favouring a one-striker system, opportunities have been limited. Zirkzee has made just a handful of appearances so far this season, mostly from the bench, and sources close to the player say he's frustrated by the lack of minutes. He wants to play regularly to keep his hopes alive for the Netherlands national team, especially with the 2026 World Cup on the horizon. So now, the 23-year-old is seriously considering his options for January. According to Gazzetta dello, AC Milan have stepped forward and opened talks to be kept informed about Zirkzee's situation. They are not negotiating a permanent deal yet, but rather want to be notified if a loan move becomes possible in the January window. Milan's interest makes perfect sense. The club have been struggling with depth in the striker position. Olivier Giroud is ageing. Noah Okafor has been inconsistent, and they're looking for a young, dynamic forward who can add pace, creativity and energy to their attack. And of course, Zirkzee already knows Serie A well, having impressed with Bologna before his transfer to Old Trafford. For Zirkzee, the motivation is clear. He wants to play regular football. Sources close to his camp say he's not unhappy with Manchester United, but he's realistic. He knows that with Šeško in great form and Amorim's tactical system built around him, his minutes will remain limited. He also wants to be part of Ronald Koeman's plans for the Dutch national team in 2026. Staying on the bench at United would make that very difficult. So a 6-month loan to Milan could be the perfect solution, a chance to play consistently, regain form and return to United sharper and more confident. As for United, Rúben Amorim's staff have mixed feelings. On one hand, they understand Zirkzee's desire to play. On the other, with the team fighting on multiple fronts, they don't want to lose depth in January unless a replacement is signed. It's also worth noting that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the sporting department have been clear any outgoing loans must make sense financially and developmentally. Milan would likely need to cover a significant portion of his wages to make the deal happen. Talks are still in the early stages, but Milan's interest is real. United have not made a decision yet, and much will depend on Zirkzee's role over the next few weeks. If his game time continues to be limited, expect this story to accelerate quickly in December. For now, Milan are keeping close contact and waiting for the green light. So what do you think? Should Manchester United loan Joshua Zirkzee to AC Milan in January, or should they keep him as backup for Šeško? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love reading your takes. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for all the latest football transfer news, match previews and updates from Old Trafford. This is your host signing off, so we'll see you next time. And remember, in football, everything can change in a moment. Meanwhile, in previously news, big news coming out of Old Trafford. And it could be the first sign of a disagreement between Rúben Amorim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. According to reports from the Mirror, the two have clashed over Manchester United's January transfer plans, specifically about bringing in an experienced striker. Amorim wants one man, someone who could guide Benjamin Šeško and bring leadership up front, but Sir Jim, he's ready to step in and block the move completely. Let's start with where United are right now. They paid around €85 million to bring in Benjamin Šeško from RB Leipzig this summer, one of Europe's top young talents. Šeško has shown flashes of quality, 2 goals and an assist in 9 Premier League appearances. But Amorim reportedly feels the young striker needs a mentor, someone to learn from, someone who can handle the big moments while Šeško develops. Meanwhile, the only other natural striker in the squad, Joshua Zirkzee, isn't entirely happy. The Dutch forward wants more game time to boost his chances of going to the World Cup with the Netherlands. And if Zirkzee leaves in January, United could suddenly find themselves very light in attack. Now here's where things get interesting. Rúben Amorim's idea is simple. Bring in a veteran striker who can lead the line, offer experience in the dressing room and help Šeško grow into the role. And according to reports, the man he has in mind is none other than Robert Lewandowski, the Barcelona and Poland legend who will be a free agent next summer. Amorim believes Lewandowski's mentality, work ethic and finishing instinct could transform United's young forwards. It's not just about goals, it's about leadership, presence and standards. In Amorim's view, Lewandowski could do for Šeško what Edinson Cavani once did for Marcus Rashford. But Sir Jim Ratcliffe doesn't see it that way. The Ineos chief reportedly plans to block any move for Lewandowski, believing it goes against United's long-term recruitment model. Sir Jim wants the club to avoid high-wage, short-term signings, the kind that defined previous eras at Old Trafford. Instead, he's pushing for younger players with resale value like Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest or Conor Gallagher from Chelsea, both of whom are being monitored for January. In Sir Jim's eyes, spending on a 37-year-old striker, even one as legendary as Lewandowski, simply doesn't fit the club's rebuild strategy. This could be the first real test of the Amorim-Ratcliffe partnership. Up to now, Sir Jim has publicly backed Amorim, especially during a tough start to the season, but now that United are turning things around, their visions might be clashing. One focused on immediate experience, the other on long-term sustainability. For Amorim, the argument is about development and support for Šeško. For Ratcliffe, it's about structure, finances, and building for the future. The question is, who wins that debate, and could this disagreement set the tone for how United handle future transfer windows? So, Reds, what do you think? Should Manchester United back Rúben Amorim and bring in a veteran like Robert Lewandowski to guide Šeško? Or is Sir Jim Ratcliffe right to keep the focus on younger, long-term players instead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more daily Manchester United updates, transfer news and tactical deep dives. Until next time, stay tuned, because things at Old Trafford are never quiet for long.